Hello and welcome to Evessio tutorials.
My name's Holly, and today we're going to cover how to create a table booking product. Regardless of whether you want to sell half tables, full tables, or single seats, these would all be classed as table booking products, even that single seat. To get started creating a table product, go to Revenue and Products and Table Booking. If table booking is not clickable for you, check if the dates are set, and if they aren't set, they will have a little green tick beside them. Simply click that green tick, and that will then allow you to go into the table booking area. The first thing we see is the pane on the top left-hand side. And we have our product type, open and close date. These are the dates, unless otherwise specified, all of our table booking products are going to open and close. And if we chose to set a differing date for a specific product, it would still have to fall between the overall product type open and close date. I can alter my open and close date by clicking the pencil, and I can then go and select the appropriate open date and time and close date and time. Remember to click the green tick to save any changes you make, and this goes throughout the system. We can then set limits on our table booking products, and these are overall limits. So, for example, if you had a maximum available number of tables, perhaps due to the capacity of your venue, you can set a limit. And this limit can be set by items or by units. So what does this mean? If I have a table booking product that is a full table, and a full table is a table of 10. A table of 10 is one item that contains 10 units. So I need to select whether I want to specify by items how many I wish to sell, or perhaps in the case of capacity, what it comes down to is the number of people. And in this context, each person is a unit. So you might choose to set your maximum available based on units instead. And again, you would simply put in the number and click the little green tick. We can also set a restriction per customer. So perhaps if you want customers to only be able to purchase one table or two tables if they are perhaps in short supply. To update this, simply click the little pencil and you have the option of by units in this particular case. The last area we have here is the submissions editing date, and this is an important one. The submissions editing date dictates up to when a user is going to be able to update their guest details. So if I am a customer and I have purchased a table of 10, I might not know he's coming yet. So what is the deadline for me logging in and updating these details? By default, it is within product dates, but I can change that to any date I want using a custom close date. Or less commonly, I could make it not editable at all and just move with caution in terms of this option, as that would mean that you would have to provide all your guest details at the point of checking out. On the right-hand side, we simply have an information pane. Get started, I click Add New Product, and it starts off with the product name. And the product name will show on the product itself. By default, the button that the user will click in order to book their table will say Book Now. But if you wanted it to say something else, you can put that in the button text. You can also choose if you would like to have a multi-select drop-down option, which is what I have available here. Then input a description This will show as part of the product, and this is where you can include what's included as part of the price, perhaps any drinks or anything you want to put to promote the product. Then we're going to select the product form we would like the user to fill in when they book this product. For information on how to update the content of the form, please look out for future Evessio tutorials. However, what is important to understand is, depending on the product type that you have created, that's how many of the forms the user is going to fill in. So in my example here of an individual seat, they're going to fill in one form, which is one set of details. And this includes things like dietary requirements, accessibility needs, or anything else you want to collect. In the instance of a full table or a table of 10, you're going to be collecting 10 sets of information. In addition, you can select if you would like any of these fields to appear on the invoice by ticking the little box here. There is a maximum of 3 fields which can be displayed in the invoice. And what that means in practice, if I had a table of 10 and I had selected for first name, last name and email address to be displayed in the invoice, the first name, last name and email address of all 10 guests will be displayed on the invoice. Next, we have the availability section. A product can be active, and if you want it to be accessible to the user, it must be active. If a product is inactive, but still on a page, the button will say this product is not available and thus will not be able to be purchased by anyone. If a product is admin only those with admin permission, such as you or me, would be able to purchase that product. The next option we have is visible in basket drop down. And if I just add my product to my basket here, this is the basket drop down that is referred to. So it means a user can add an item straight into their basket without locating back to the page that the product is on. If you, for example, had a free product that you were going to send a link to users for, you might choose not to have it visible in the basket drop down. We then have the open and close date for the product. These are the dates between which the product can be purchased, and the system will automatically instate and retire the product based on these dates. You can set a custom date for a product, but it must fall between the product type dates, which is the table book and open and close date. So that's to say that I could close this product on the 30th of March, but I could not extend it to the 1st of June without first extending the product type date. This brings us to pricing. The first thing we need to do is input how many seats this product is for, or units. And this is really important and something that is always best to check. For my example of an individual seat, the unit or seats would be 1. And that means 1 form is going to be collected. If this was a full table and a full table was 10, then you want to ensure that you input 10 because the guest is then going to be asked for 10 sets of information. Once you create your products, it is very, very important that you test them and ensure that the correct information is being collected and also that the correct amount of information is being collected. We then have the price. So I can insert the price and it will break it down per unit. And we then have the VAT options. Please look out for a future tutorial on VAT settings. We then have the option to generate a one-click link. A one-click link, once the product is saved, will produce a URL and an email variable. And if you use the variable or send the link to a user, they will be taken straight into their basket, having logged in with the product in their basket. this can be useful for free products destined for people like sponsors, maybe finalists or judges, and there are other times it can come in useful too. You can turn the one-click link on or off whenever you like. We can then set limits on a per product basis. Simply click Edit Limits. We have a maximum available. So for example, if this was a VIP table type, I may only have so many that I would like to sell. Or I can set a restriction per customer. So again, maybe for a VIP table, each customer is only entitled to one table. And just to reiterate, a customer is an account. So if I log in and try to buy 2 tables, I wouldn't be able to if I'd restricted it to 1. But if my colleague logged in with a different account, they could buy a table. Once you've made your selection, click Set. Lastly, you can apply volume discounts for a table booking product. Please look out for further Evessio tutorials on this topic. Once you're happy with your product, click Save. And repeat the process for as many product types as you require. That could be full tables, half tables, individual seats, VIP tables, premium tables, or anything else you can think of. Creating a product does not place it on the website. You do need to put it onto a page, and please look out for a future tutorial on how to do this. Thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions or we can help with anything, please get in touch at support@evessio.com. Thank you.